Ever wonder how a car can drive itself without you lifting a finger? It's not magic, it's technology. Imagine sipping coffee or checking your phone while your car effortlessly navigates traffic, brakes, and accelerates on its own. But how exactly does it work, and are we ready to trust these vehicles? Today, we're diving into the tech behind self-driving cars, covering everything from sensors and AI to the ethical dilemmas they pose. Be sure to stick around, and by the end, you'll have a deep understanding of how these autonomous vehicles function and where they're heading. Self-driving cars might seem like a recent development, but the concept actually dates back decades. In fact, one of the earliest experiments happened in the 1950s when GM unveiled their vision of driverless highways, with cars guided by magnetic strips embedded in the road. Fast forward to the 1980s, and Carnegie Mellon University's NavLab project produced one of the first autonomous vehicles, combining radar and camera technologies to navigate. Today, well, we've come a long way. Companies like Waymo, Tesla, and Uber are pushing the boundaries of what's possible. But the road to full autonomy is not easy, and it's important to understand the different levels of self-driving cars to see where we really are right now. There are 5 levels of vehicle autonomy. Level 1 involves basic driver assistance like lane keeping or adaptive cruise control. Level 2 is partial automation, like Tesla's Autopilot, where the car can steer and brake, but the driver must always pay attention. Level 3 allows the car to drive itself in certain conditions, but the driver must be ready to take over. Level 4 is near full autonomy. The car can handle most tasks on its own, but it might still need human input in extreme conditions. And Level 5 is complete autonomy. No driver required, no steering wheel, no pedals. It's just the car, and you're going along for the ride. Question: have you ever used cruise control or a lane keeping feature in your car? Alright, now let's dive into how these cars actually work. And it all starts with the sensors, which can help the car see the world around it. Self-driving cars are loaded with sensors: LiDAR, radar, ultrasonic sensors, and even cameras. Each sensor serves a different purpose. LiDAR uses laser pulses to create a detailed 3D map of the car's surroundings. It's kind of like giving the car a pair of eyes that can see in all directions, even in low light. Radar helps detect the speed and distance of objects, which is especially useful in poor weather conditions like rain or fog. Cameras can recognize objects like road signs, lane markings, and even pedestrians. They will help the car to navigate and stay within legal boundaries. And then the ultrasonic sensors are typically used for close range detection, like parking. They sense nearby objects that might be too close for the bigger sensors to detect. Think of it like this: LiDAR gives your car a 3D view, radar tracks movement and speed, cameras act like the eyes, and the ultrasonic sensors make sure you don't bump into things when you're parking. But here's the interesting part. Different car manufacturers have their own unique flavors when it comes to using these sensors. Some rely heavily on LiDAR, while others prefer a camera-based approach. Take Tesla, for example. They have gone all in on cameras and AI, ditching LiDAR and radar altogether. Their self-driving system, Tesla Vision, relies purely on camera data to understand the environment. But gathering all that data simply isn't enough. Self-driving cars need to make decisions, and that's where artificial intelligence, or AI, comes in. The car's AI is like its brain, processing information from all the sensors in real time. Here's where it gets even cooler: machine learning. The more a self-driving car drives, the smarter it gets. By analyzing millions of driving scenarios, AI algorithms learn from experience. It's like a human driver who improves after thousands of hours on the road, but much faster. So, quick question. Do you think a self-driving car could navigate through your city's rush hour? Some of this tech is already in use today. For example, many cars on the road have adaptive cruise control, which uses radar and cameras to automatically adjust your speed based on the traffic around you. But it's not just personal cars benefiting from these advancements. Ride-sharing companies like Uber and Lyft are testing self-driving taxis in major cities. Oh, and let's not forget about the trucking industry, where self-driving trucks are being tested to deliver goods more efficiently across long distances. I actually got the chance to ride in a self-driving shuttle at a tech expo, and let me just tell you, at first, it felt weird. No driver, no hands on the wheel. But, as the ride went on, it started to feel surprisingly normal. That is, until I remembered no one was actually driving. But let's be real here. Self-driving cars do come with their share of challenges. Safety is a top concern. What happens if the system malfunctions or encounters an unexpected situation like a pedestrian suddenly stepping into the road? This leads us to one of the biggest ethical dilemmas that self-driving cars face: the trolley problem. Imagine a car is driving down the road and suddenly a pedestrian appears. The car has to decide whether to swerve and potentially hit another vehicle or stay the course and risk hitting the pedestrian. Who should the car prioritize? Another major concern is job displacement. As self-driving cars become more common, millions of jobs, especially in trucking and taxi services, could be affected. The question is, how do we prepare for this shift and ensure that workers aren't left behind? The future of self-driving cars looks incredibly exciting. With AI and 5G, these vehicles could soon communicate with each other, reducing traffic jams and preventing accidents before they happen. But beyond convenience, self-driving cars have the potential to change the way we live. Imagine a world where traffic lights are obsolete and your car knows exactly when to stop, go, and park all by itself. It could even predict traffic patterns and choose quickest routes. However, as we move towards full autonomy, we'll need to continue addressing tough ethical questions. Will these systems work equally well in poor or rural areas? Can they be programmed to prevent discrimination or bias in life-threatening situations? I don't know. Do you think self-driving cars will transform cities and daily commutes? Or are there still too many hurdles to overcome? Go ahead and let me know in the comments below. So, there you have it. The technology behind self-driving cars, the ethical questions they raise, and the future they promise. From sensors to AI, it's amazing to think how far we've come and how much further we'll go. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit subscribe and ring that bell for more tech explainers from Tech Weekly. Oh, and the next time you use adaptive cruise control, just remember, you're one step closer to a self-driving future.